G'day folks, Cam Wild Touring. I thought I'd do a bit of a review on my 270 degree awning. I've got the 30-second awning. If you haven't seen these before, basically there's quite a few on the market. This one's probably middle of the price point at about $1,000. I paid $995. You'll get them anywhere from around $300 all the way up to I think $1,600 or $1,800 probably the most expensive one I've seen, but I'm sure there's even more expensive. Anyway, they're marketed differently. Some of them refer to them as a 270 degree awning. Some of them are called a bat wing, a fox wing, an ostrich wing, but they all essentially do the same thing. They hinge somewhere either side and they wrap the whole way around so that you get shade on the side of your vehicle and the back of the vehicle. They all have different features. Some are freestanding, you don't need poles. Some you do need poles. Some have drop down poles. Some have poles you carry separately in bags. Different ranges of actual canvas material, obviously, different mounting hardware, etc. Lots of little differences between the brands. Anyway, I'll show you what this thing looks like. So there you go, you can see why they call it the 30-second awning. It's really that simple to set up. This particular one is freestanding. It does have drop-down poles, which I'll show you in a sec, but you only really need to use them if it's windy. On their website they say that you should be using drop-down pole once you get over 15 and 20 knots, which is about 30 k's per hour winds. So it's a little bit breezy today, not too bad, but this thing wouldn't even move until you got quite a fair wind going. It comes standard with just the one drop-down pole. And you can buy other ones separately. So I'll show you what they look like. So when you buy the awning, it just comes with that one pole there. You can leave it already adjusted to a preset height. Otherwise it is a quick adjust, just a twist lock style. But yeah, you can leave it adjusted out and it will still fold away. So for about another 25 bucks each, you can get other poles. So I bought another 2, which you can only run up to 3. I had to add a little bit of Velcro myself, but you can see the whole thing packs away with all those legs folded up. So yeah, the drop down poles can stay all folded up with the entire awning, but if you want, you can take them out. It's just a just like a little ball lock style fitting. So they just pop in there. If for whatever reason you did want to take them out, or when you add your own ones, simple. And you can see what I mean by I can have that pole adjusted out as far as you wanted really, and you've still got room to fold it all the way. So you would have noticed when I was setting it up, there's a little fold down leg here as well, just to put a pitch in the thing so that any water will run off. I have had this set up in some fair rain, some pretty average weather, and I found that it was pretty good. No water got through it. It does pull a little bit in sections, like I found it pulled here. But it sort of pulls to a degree, and then the weight of the water sort of folded the canvas down a little bit and the water just ran off. I'm lazy, what I really should be doing. They've put loops here so you can run guy ropes down, and you can, a little bit of tension there and the water would have just run straight off. So I definitely advise doing that in crappy weather. But yeah, one of the reasons I went with this one over others, there's quite a few that advertise being freestanding for setup, but as soon as you get any sort of breeze, you've got to be putting legs and guy ropes down. Sometimes I just want to use an awning for a quick roadside stop for lunch, or I'm on the beach and I'm having a bit of a flick with a rod or whatever, and I'm planning to move in the next 5-10 minutes if there's no fish on the bite, so I can't be bothered dropping poles, running guy ropes, getting pegs in. Something like this for me was ideal, and it's pretty bloody solid. It's all aluminium A-frame, aluminium arms, aluminium backing, and quite a heavy duty steel bracket there that it all hinges off. So other ones that I've seen that advertise as being freestanding, they use almost bloody sheet metal for these brackets, so the things have heaps of flex and wobble in the wind. But this thing, yeah, it's built a hell of a lot tougher. So I've got it freestanding now, and you can see there's not a hell of a lot of, it's pretty rigid. It takes a fair wind before I'm starting to stress about putting legs and poles and stuff down. I see a lot of blokes like me, they're using these on ute canopy builds, and they're brilliant for that. I love it, I'm stoked. But I see a lot of merit using these for wagons too, because a wagon, you're living out the back of it basically with the doors open, and most of the shade of this thing's in this corner and out the back. So ideal for that kind of scenario. So yeah, 12 square meters of shade from this unit. The canvas is a rip block anti-rot 320 GSM canvas. There's heavy duty zippers built into all the sides of it, you'll see. So 30 Second Awning sell a full wall kit, or you can buy the walls separately, the four walls separately. The full wall kit goes for about 600 bucks, and the walls are about 160 bucks each. If you buy the full wall kit, it comes with those extra two drop down poles. If you're just buying the walls separately, you can choose what you want. You can get ones with windows, ones with doors, or just a plain wall. I'm definitely going to get one wall, and I'll probably run it off this edge so that I can stick the swag under that and maximise my shelter underneath. Oh, and the 30 Second Awning company also sell a zip-on dome tent if you wanted to strap a tent to this thing. So that's one thing worth mentioning actually. All these sort of zip-on sections, every wall is a 2.7 metre span. So if you buy one wall, you can zip it onto any of the four sides. Same as a dome tent, you can mount that off any side, which is pretty handy. So the unit itself weighs 27 kilos, it's 2.7 metres long, and all up is about 250 mil high. The vinyl bags is pretty decent quality so far. Like I said, I've had it 4 months, so I'm not going to comment too much on that yet. But I have been down heaps of tight tracks and I've pinstriped the thing. You can see the marks already, but it's not actually getting through that PVC material yet. The canvas is fixed to the actual aluminium track with a sail track, so that's quite handy. If you ever need to get it out to clean it or to repair it or anything, you can actually do that yourself. Comes with two pretty heavy duty steel brackets. You can run them anywhere along the track that's on the back to suit whatever roof racks you've got. So what you do is you mark out where you want to have your brackets, you pinch a couple of holes through this vinyl material, and you can put your fixings through. So anywhere along there, it doesn't matter what the spacing is. The brackets are a pretty heavy duty steel looking L-shaped bracket. They're gusseted, and I've done quite a few rough tracks and they seem to be holding up fine. I have seen people mount these upside down as well, sort of underneath your rack, so you can mount the whole thing lower if you needed to. But this was ideal for me because I need to be able to clear the canopy doors. You can see I've just cut, I had the roof racks like that you see on a lot of these canopies, and I've just cut that upright bit off so I could fix this down and put a couple of bolts through. So I was able to install that myself, lift it on myself. It was easy, it was no dramas at all. And then on the other end, when you saw me walk it out, what I was fiddling around with was the adjustment to tie it off. So that's all that is, just like a pull, ratchety, strappy type thing. And you could mount it to whatever end you've got on your car. You could mount it back to your roof rack, or yeah, I had a couple of eyelets there already, so that makes that easy for me. And yeah, you can see I've got no dramas clearing my canopy doors. Fits like a glove. In terms of durability, if you've seen some of my other videos on YouTube, you've seen that I've just completed a 7,000k trip through Central Australia, and that was I think ended up being about 3,000 k's off-road of corrugations, including the Great Central Highway, the Oudenadda track, yeah, driving along the cliffs along the Nullarbor, or the Googs track, I did that too. So yeah, about 3,000 k's of corrugations, and it's holding up as new. I haven't noticed at all any issues whatsoever. So I don't think I'll have any, but again, early days, it's only 4 months old. Yeah, so overall, stoked with this thing. One thing I will say, depending on your style of camping, what I used to do when I had the traditional just 2.5 metre awning that came straight out, I just had a cheap King's one. But I used to like to butt that up to my camper trailer or butt it up to my mate's car with his awning out as well to maximise shade. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to do on this unit, obviously, because it doesn't come straight square off the centre of the car. So just keep that in mind. It might not suit your setup and your style of camping. Oh, and another cool thing, you know how like during the day the sun's moving and wherever the shade is that's thrown by the awning moves, obviously. Because it's freestanding, I can jump in my car right now and I can move the vehicle around, leaving the awning out to get that sun to be, you know, covering us where our camp chairs or swag or whatever's set up. So that's pretty cool. Packing the thing away is just as easy as well. It takes a little bit longer, but still simple one-person job, so I'll show you that too. So there you go, I reckon that wraps it up. My first 270 degree awning, so I can't really compare it specifically to anything else, having not owned anything else. But I absolutely love the thing. It's a hell of a lot of money to shell out on an awning when you've only previously spent $100 on a King's cheapie. So I was pretty nervous about that, and I spent ages deciding which one to get. But I am honestly, truly 100% stoked with this. I love this thing. It's so much easier to set up. I set it up 3 times as often as I would have before with the traditional style awning. But yeah, it won't suit everyone, but if you're in the market for something like this anyway, just jump on it, just do it, you'll love it. That's it. Cheers.